Hello Sycamores, and welcome Year 3 to this video showing you how to use the formal expanded column addition method. It's one of our formal methods, moving towards a Year 4 compact column addition method, which many of your adults will be familiar with. As you can see, I've set up my page, I've got my squares to do my maths in, I've got Professor Rosie to help me out, and I've already got a problem to work through. You are welcome to pause the video as we work through for each stage. I will try not to speak extremely quickly, and I'll try and make it very clear what each step is. Let's see how we get on. Right, the first step in our formal expanded column addition method is to label our hundreds, tens and ones. So let's get my pen ready. I've got my hundreds, tens and ones, hundreds, tens and ones. I'm doing this because it's going to help me, because sometimes I forget which ones are the hundreds, which ones are the tens and the ones. And in a moment I need to partition out these numbers and put them into the columns. That's what the column method is about. It's about putting your numbers into columns using our place value knowledge. So I'm going to first of all partition this number here, 125. I'm going to break it down. As you know, 125 will break down into 100, 20, and 5. Those are my hundreds, my tens, and my ones. Now, you can tell that I have left some spaces between these. I've left 2 squares between each number. That is because when I do some adding up, if I happen to go into the next place value group, so if my tens add into the hundreds or my ones add into the tens, then I've got enough space underneath that I'm not pushing it into the next number along. So leave a bit of space. It's a good thing to do. I've already done my first number, 125, so let's change colour pens. Let's get to that colour. We're going to put in 371, with each partition going underneath the right column. So my 300 is going to come into this one, my 70 goes with the tens, and my 1 goes with the ones. Excellent. This is where I might chuck in my add symbol, my operator, so I know what I'm doing. Now you will do this very neatly with a ruler and a pen or a pencil. However, mine was going to be a lot less neat today. I'm just going to draw mine straight across. Oh, as you can see, that went terribly, so let's try that again, shall we? Well, close enough. Now I'm ready to start adding them. As you can see, I've arranged them in their columns, hence column addition, and we're going to add down the column to get our answers. I'm going to always start with the ones. Always start with the ones. Although it's not too important for us to do it in this method, as you go on to Year 4 and Year 5 and you're using those more advanced methods, you do need to start with the ones. It's very important. This step, super simple. All I've got to do is add them up. So I've got 5 add 1, which as we know makes 6. I've got 20 add 70. Even if I can't add tens very quickly in my head, I know 2 and 7 make 9, so that's got to be 90. And I've got 100 and 300, which is 400. Bish bash bosh. The final step is to put them together. So I've got to bring my 400, my 90, and my 6 together. Ooh, how lovely. 496. Nice and simple. A big tick, I think, from Professor Rosie. Bing, bing, bing. Brilliant. Right, I'm going to show you again with a new question. Let's have a look at this one. Once again, my first step is to label out my hundreds, my tens, and my ones. If you're confident doing that, or remembering the place value without it, you can skip that step. I'm definitely doing it to make sure that you can see what I'm doing. Again, I need to partition, so I'm going to break down 249. 240, leaving my space, just in case, and 9. And then this number, 534, 500, leaving that space, 30 and 4. Now here is where Mr. Robson tries once again to do the line going across. And better. And remembering that I'm adding, it's always worth putting the symbol in just in case. I know a couple of times we've been doing some maths problems at school and we've done the wrong operation by accident. And always just helps to just put in those add symbols again. Once again, starting with my 1s. 9 and 4, I know that is 13. How I would think of that is, I know that 9 and 1 makes 10, and there's 3 left over, so it's 13. Could use some number facts, number bonds to help you. 40 and 30, well that's 4 and 3 is 7, so 70. And 200 and 500 makes 700. Once again, the last step is to add them together to make 700 and, ooh, 73. No, not 773. I've got these two numbers here. There's a 10 in this part of the 1's answer. So I need to do 700 plus 70 plus 13. 70 plus 13 obviously makes 83. So 783 is our answer. What do you reckon, Professor Rosie? Tick, tick, tick. Excellent. Right, one final example for you. I hope I haven't sped through these massively quickly. Let's see, go back to my pen. We'll do it in black this time. First step, hundreds, tens, ones, hundreds, tens, and ones. Whew. Right. Separating, partitioning out my number. So 200, leave a space, 40, leave a space, 3. And 300, leave a space, 60, leave a space, and 7. You don't have to put those 100 tens and ones in, that's just for me doing my line across. Whoop. I hope you're having better luck than I am with these lines today. 3 and 7 that makes 10. 40 and 60 makes 100. 200 and 300 makes 500. I'll put those together. 500 and 100 makes 600. Add 10 makes 610. Now, as you can see, I've done all that pretty quickly with that final mental addition. However, I'm not too worried if you would like to do your just down by the side, adding it in stages. So you might do 500 and 100. Well, I know that equals 600. And then, I've got to add 10. Well, that's 610. Great. That is as hard as it gets. Just be careful to make sure you've got your columns in the right places. So you're definitely putting your tens with your tens, your ones with your ones, and your hundreds with your hundreds. Whew. And when you're adding up at the end, a bit like I did before, making sure that we are paying attention to what is being added. Some of these numbers, some of these questions might have our ones going up into the tens, which might affect our overall answer. Great, I hope you found that helpful. Any questions, queries, problems, please send an email through the official channels. Have a lovely day.